do this. Money shot. Money shot.
All in my key profession on the key possession. I'm OD aggressive when I run the rock. See me flexing in the winner section. If they press, I'm bombing on them off the top. Slump a hater, leave them in the field, or I'm in the kitchen whipping up a dot. Took it from the bottom to the top. Certified Madden money shot. Toss a bullet, hit you in the chest, and send a burner across your face from round the slot. Please don't touch them, I bring heat and pressure. Have my hitter brush you, move you off the spot. Slump a hater, leave them in the field, or I'm in the kitchen whipping up a dot. Took it from the bottom to the top. Certified Madden money shot.
Need more help or just want to show your support? Then head over to my Patreon and join my team, where you can get exclusive content like ebooks and bonus plays, as well as early access to my vids and more. Link in the description below. Welcome back, Money Team. This is Mad Money Shot, sniffing out the college cheese as always. In today's video, I got a gameplay against one of the most annoying, toxic players that I've ever played against in any football game. And of course, I use in Alabama. As this guy has all the signs of being a toxic player, like not letting me set up my depth chart.
Not cool.
As well as pretty much only running one or two of the most overpowered plays in College Football 25 the entire game. But before I do, if you guys want to see more videos like this, please make sure to be a subscriber, hit the like button, let me know in the comment section. Now I'm using Georgia because I wanted to highlight some of the plays from my offensive and defensive ebooks from this. So if you guys need more help, more money plays, you can download this or any of my ebooks simply by clicking links in the description or the top pinned comment. Now the offense I'm going to be using today is going to be the gun bunch, which is an offense that I really never use because it's just too meta. So in reality, I'm not very good at using gun bunch, but I wanted to try to showcase this offense because I've never really showed it in gameplay. And the play that I'm going to be using is going to be the gun bunch trail, which is one of the better plays in the entire game that I actually did break down in a practice mode early in the year. So if you guys want to see that, I will have links on screen as well as at the end of the video, so stick around for that. And the setup for this play is pretty simple. I'm going to streak the B receiver, put the A tight end on a flat route 9 times out of 10, and put the running back on an out route, and essentially going to have right side zone, left side man, very easy reads, as the Y running back is going to get open against just about everything as we take the check down underneath and get a couple of yards before I have to call a timeout to try to finish setting up my depth chart. And of course my opponent gives me no time to do that, and all this setup and confusion ultimately leads to me getting a 5-yard penalty before I can actually start running my offense. And I see that my opponent is also using the very noobish mid blitz, which is essentially meta, and I'm going to leave this A tight end running what he's running because this is actually a really good route against man zero blitz. And on the very next play, we hit that right over the middle, taking us close to midfield before getting tackled. On the next play, when I see the single high safety, I just go right back to my zone look, streaking the B receiver because I'm expecting this to be a cover 3, and this streak will allow this corner out to get wide open. Before I see that noobish mid blitz one more time and decide to go right back to this tight end over the middle. On defense, I start this game off using my dime rush Foxfire zone press, which is a play that I put out recently, and it's a really good edge blitz. To set this blitz up, I typically want to flip the play so that the blitzing cornerback is coming the opposite side of the running back, and I thought this was a good setup until I see this receiver go in motion, and I immediately know what play my opponent is in. So I try to shoot down with my user to cut it off, but it's too late as the blitzing cornerbacks were on the wrong side of the field as my opponent almost picks up a first down. And of course, on the very next play, he comes out in the exact same formation, so I flip the play this time so that the blitzing cornerback will be in the same direction that he's traveling, but he still picks up really good blocks, gets outside, and almost breaks it for a touchdown with Ryan Williams. The play that he's running is the F-Twins jet touch pass, which I think is only found in the Alabama offensive playbook, which is a play that is notorious for being the best jet sweep in the entire game, as everybody knows about this play. I even put this play out myself, so if you guys want to learn more about that, I'll have links on screen at the end of the video to check that out. But this is easily one of the toughest plays to stop in the entire game, and since you guys have asked so much for me to break down ways to stop plays like this is the perfect opportunity for me to show you guys a defense that will shut this down. What makes this version of jet sweep so good is the fact that you have 2 blocking backs here and a tight end and a running back on the jet sweep side. So my first thing I'm going to do every single time I see this formation is flip this play so the blitzing cornerback is at least coming from this side, because these 2 blockers give away what direction the play is going.
Sit down and study!
And I thought that would be the end of it, but nope, he just comes out in the exact same formation, running the exact same play again, as we flip the play at the last moment to get the exact same result.
Sit down and Stunning!
And even though I knocked him back to a 3rd and 21, he's going to run this play again because he knows he only really has to break one big play. And that happens pretty often, as a lot of people just aren't good enough at tackling to be able to stop guys like this on the edge. As he gets to a 4th and 14, before coming out in the exact same play that I only get saved from for the fact that the quarter ended, before finally changing to a passing formation and picking up the first down. And then, of course, going right back to the jet sweep, as this is pretty much the only play that he runs on offense this entire game.
Sit your ass down.
But the game completely changes when he hits me with an audible by having a fake jet sweep turn to a screen play, which means that I can't any longer just chase that receiver in motion, as I now have to watch out for that screen variation, and on the very next play I don't get to chase that receiver in motion, and you can see how he breaks a big run to get the first down on 3rd and 8. And this is when I decide to change formations entirely from the dime rush to the dime 2-3 odd and use the edge blitz 3 out of this formation, as this will give me more guys blitzing off the edge, which is also a defense that I recently broke down in practice mode. So if you guys want to check that out, I once again have a link in the top right of the corner right now, as well as on screen at the end of the video. And this blitz may look similar, but it does open me up for the opportunity to move this blitzing middle linebacker outside while also using the 3-rec hook as my user defender and allowing me to chase this play once again to cut it off and get another tackle for a loss. On the next play though, I accidentally have the blitz going to the open side of the field instead of the direction of travel, but I still do a pretty good job of cutting it off as he doesn't get much. Before we set the blitz up going in the right direction on 3rd and 8, and I don't even have to make the play this time as the blitzing cornerback does for another loss to force him into a 4th and 13, and he goes right back to that same pass play that he used on 4th down last time, only this time the pressure gets home without much setup as we almost get a sack from 2 different players.
Fuck you!
On offense though, I start this drive out with a penalty the same way, moving me back 5 yards before I have a hard time completing any passes. As I try to complete the exact same passes that I completed last time, only this time I'm getting bad overthrows before he gets a huge sack that I'm lucky to get back, allowing me to punt it away with only 20 seconds left before half. And now with so little time left and the fact that his end rounds weren't working, I see that he intends on passing, so I'm going to switch over to a new defense in the cover 3 lock, which I'm going to use mostly in these situations. And that's because this play has a mix of man and zone. As you can see right here, the slot receiver is going to be manned on the left side, but he doesn't plan on really passing, as he treats this like a QB blast, running with the quarterback right away, as Jalen Milroe's speed at quarterback is one of the most broken things about Alabama. And I decided to expand on that concept on the very next play by manning the other slot receiver with my middle linebacker, who's got about 94 speed, and he hangs with that receiver the entire way as he tries to bomb it up and throw to him.
Gotcha, bitch!
But the linebacker's there for my first interception of the game. Hits the ball in the second half as well, and I go right back to that cover 3 concept, as you can see that the slot receiver in the middle here is once again manned up, and he tries to roll out and hit that crosser deep.
Got him!
But he's all over it as we get another interception to start the second half on back-to-back plays. But when I get the ball back, my quarterback couldn't hit water if he fell out of a fucking boat. As we try to roll out on the next play, ultimately getting sacked by a much faster defender before I take a check down over the middle to try to set up a very easy field goal. Back on defense, it looks like we were successful enough to make him change offenses, but he's still not really passing the ball, as his plan is just to run with the ball every single time with Jalen Milroe, and ultimately picking up first downs in the process. So we have to make one more adjustment. Aside from using this safety a lot of times as a man defender on the slot receiver, we also use this linebacker here as a QB spy to try to stop him from running with the quarterback so much. But you also have the option of using one of these middle linebackers if you have a linebacker fast enough to keep up with the receiver like Georgia does. As he rolls out to try to look to potentially pass this time, and we switch stick onto the safety, force him into a 4th and 11, and he gets absolutely bailed out with this animation as he takes multiple hits while catching the ball.
What the hell was that?
Before we shut that one pass play that he's using down the next 2 plays, and he decides to go back to the jet sweep.
I hate you!
Before we go right back to that cover 3 blitz and go right back to shutting it down.
How about new?
Before he tries to hit that screen pass once again, but a bad animation drags him out of bounds. I don't know why this guy still thinks he could pick up a first down on 3rd and 12 against this run defense.
Get over here!
Before he has to go for it on 4th and 17 just outside of field goal territory, as I haven't let him into field goal territory this entire game. But I still need to be able to kill clock to end this game, and I can't get nothing going, as Carson Beck has got to be the worst part of the Georgia team. Forcing me to punt away with pretty much the entire 4th quarter left, where he tries to go back to that exact same jet sweep play. probably because he's had so much success up to this point, as the defense we're using against it literally has allowed negative 2.6 yards per play. But he's not going to let a little thing like that stop him from trying it, as he runs it one more time to get a few yards.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
Before we force him to a 4th and long and he has to pass again, only this time, since I want the man coverage, I just switch to man cover 2, and he tries to throw to that same route he's been thrown to all game, to end the game with a rage quit and a shutout.
Good, then get the hell out of my life. Who needs you? Beat it. Leave me alone.
I'm going to end the video there. If you guys want to see more about the offenses or defenses I was using in today's gameplay, I have links to that pop up on the screen, so just click the links. And until next time, thanks for watching, man. My shit out. Need more help or just want to show your support? Then head over to my Patreon and join my team, where you can get exclusive content like ebooks and bonus plays, as well as early access to my vids and more. Link in the description below.